All the Mods 3, Minecraft 1.12.2. Just going to collect some basic resources and we'll see what happens. Hopefully that was pretty cool. As you can tell, I kind of just settled down next to this ravine here. This ravine actually connects to another ravine, which I would imagine has another one nearby. That's a nice little place, just to kind of set down. I actually haven't fallen off yet, which I'm surprised that. Come pretty close multiple times, but I haven't actually fallen to my death. But I got some basic stuff, did some mining, found some stuff. Killed some stuff, did all that kind of good stuff. So now I'm gonna get some coal generators for some ore doubling. Probably just one coal generator would be fine actually. For now, obviously I'm not gonna use coal the whole time, but get a coal generator going here. Okay, yeah, got all that. Pretty sure. I actually got pretty lucky with a nearby village and got some obsidian, which means I don't need to get a pickaxe that can mine obsidian right now when I need to go to the nether, so that's handy. That saves me a bit of effort. There's iron casing there. There's some cobblestone, some coal. And we got a gold generator. Pretty easy stuff here. Quite have enough room for it. And shebang, just like that I have enough room for it. Throw that down, make some tiny coal. Get a stack of that. Stuff is very handy. If you do not know about tiny coal, you should use tiny coal. It lasts just long enough to make one in the furnace. That way you're not wasting a bunch of coal if you want to make one thing instead of using sticks, so you can just use tiny coal. Then we got that. I'm going to need a crusher. Also from Actually Additions. I don't think it's that difficult to make. Looks like we're going to need the atomic reconstructor, which also isn't that bad. However, I'm going to need to get some of this black quartz going here. And a few of that thrown in. Making a few pieces of tiny coal tossed in there. I'm also going to want something to store this power in. And for that, I'm going to use RF Tools power cells, because those things are very handy. Not too difficult to make. Those require a bit of funky stuff, but it's not too bad to get it because we can use the atomic reconstructor again. Perfect. One of those. I have enough redstone. I'm not sure if I actually have enough redstone. Gonna have to go get some redstone. Okay, I got some redstone. Wasn't too bad. I have a elevator that goes down to the bedrock, so I just went to the Y level that redstone's at and started mining some. The atomic reconstructor actually uses a lot of energy, but I'm not going to need that much. I'm just going to let it get a bit. And as you've seen, it fired. So what you're actually going to want to do is create a redstone torch. And that way, once you put it down, you right click with redstone torch and you see the redstone mode has changed to pulse. That means it'll only fire when it receives a redstone pulse. So now it won't just go off randomly. And go ahead and plop the coal generator next to it, let it get some more power. I'm going to slap a button on the side of this so that way I can actually use it. And I'm going to need, for this crusher, some redstonia crystals, as well as basic coils which require redstonia crystals. So I'm going to need about 10 redstonia crystals, I believe. So I'm just going to throw a handful of that down. Probably should have counted out 10, but that's alright. Hit it with that. And there we go, we got some. Okay, we got a crusher. Requires a lot of iron for this mod, but that's alright. I've got some to crush. I'll put that on top of it, so that way the power just goes right up in there. And speaking of iron, I can take some of this. Toss it in there. Get that started. At some point I'm going to want an automated furnace, maybe a furnace from Actually Editions, since I already have some of its stuff gone here. For now, this is fine. As you can see, we get a bonus of gold. Very handy. There's 3 different power cells that you can pick: power cell, advanced power cell, and simple power cell. I'm going to skip the simple and go straight for the normal power cell because there's really not much of a difference in the recipe versus the advanced one. It's really not that big of a deal. Versus the normal one. The advanced one, it requires a lot more. These prismarine shards aren't very hard to get because you can actually use the atomic reconstructor on some nether quartz to get it. But that means I'm going to need to go to the nether. Okay, I already prepared a spot over here, so we're just gonna plop that down and hope that we don't just get killed. Okay, there's one. I don't think it'll change to anything else, but you never know. I gotta grab it while I still can. Alright, now we've got 2 prismarine shards. And that was pretty much the hard part. I guess I need to find a diamond and an emerald. Oh, you can actually make creative power cells in this. I did not know that. Huh. Well, that looks extremely difficult, so I will not be making that anytime soon. But it's nice to know it's there. Well, I guess I need a diamond and an emerald, so I will go find a diamond and an emerald. Okay, I found some diamonds and some emeralds. Took a while to find the emeralds. But let's keep making this thing here. Alright, so we need a machine frame, which is, luckily, I got gold nuggets from the nether, so that works out just fine. And we can make the power cell. Now the power cell is amazing because it allows you to wirelessly transfer RF cross-dimensionally, but there is a small feed, percentage feed dimensionally. But if I wanted to say transfer it from here to, I don't know, the other end of the ravine here, wouldn't cost anything. I just have to build a second one and link them together using these power cell cards. And they aren't too hard to make. Need some more redstone though. And you're gonna want to probably make at least 2 of them, although right now I don't have another one to link it to, so it wouldn't be that. So you just open it up and you put it up in this slot here. And you can see now it says link ID 1. You take your second power card and put it in this link spot. And that will link it to the first one, and then you put that linked one in your other power cell. And that will share them. But right now, as you can see, there's not any energy going in here. That's because the sides need to be configured to allow energy to go in or out. So right now I'm just going to set it to all sides to accept energy. Now you can see it's starting to fill up, and I've got power storage. To store 1,000,000 RF, you can see it input outputs at 5,000 RF per tick, so it's a very nice little power cell. And with a wrench you can set it so not all the sides are in and out, but you can have them do whatever you want them to do individually. So now I've got some more doubling. Don't quite have it as automated as I would like it yet, but I am getting tired of living in this ravine. Still haven't fallen yet. I thought I'd go look for a place to live that's a little bit more permanent. Maybe build a house somewhere or something. A nice little spot to settle down for a while. So let's go find one. Well, it's not the flattest, and there's definitely a lot of trees to clear out, but I might be able to build a nice little house here. It doesn't have to be very big. You can always just build a second little storage area or something. But, guess let's clear some trees. Okay, we got a little house going here. It's not exactly what I'd planned, but I guess I didn't really plan for anything, just kind of winged it. Guess it keeps the monsters out, that's the important part. Ow. Just got to throw some random plants here in a little garden. Don't really have any plans for it yet. I might do some of the Mystic Agriculture. I don't know what any of these plants are for, but I'm pretty sure they're growing. So that's kind of scary, because they just seem like they multiply every time I look. But inside, I moved all of the stuff from the last base in here. That wasn't really much to move. And like I mentioned with these, I actually built a wrench, smart wrench from RF Tools. So right now it is inputting, now it is outputting, and now it's doing nothing. That way I can have the power going into it and going out of it to the crusher. Creating some more copper. Got some stuff going. Still not automated. I should probably go ahead and do that. Get a nice powered furnace going, also from Actually Additions. So there's nothing upstairs, just a bed. There's really not much to it, but it keeps the monsters out, and it's not just a cube, so it's not too bad. Speaking of, let's go ahead and make a powered furnace. Might have messed up by placing this down and just having it suck all the energy it could out of it, but it's not too bad. Making a powered furnace, we're gonna need some normal furnaces. A couple of them actually. Guess I'll do it manually. We need some more Inori crystals. And basic coils, steel casing, make that one. Or iron casing. I have enough to make one of those. Actually, got some crushed black quartz cooking right now. Going to need some more redstonia crystals. I don't know if that's in there. Yes, it is. Good. And for the Inari crystals, you just do the same thing with iron. That's most of Actually Additions, it's just lasering everything, which is pretty cool. It's always fun to laser things. Got another one of these. I think that's it. Powered furnace. Let me get my trusty wrench back out here. Wherever I put it, there it is. Oh no, I shift clicked. I had a terrible idea to put it up there, but there we go. Gonna have it auto split items. Maybe not, because it's only gonna be doing one at a time anyway. So this coal generator is going to need to be working pretty hard. I should probably think about getting off of the coal generators already, because that is a pain in the butt to have to keep throwing tiny coal in here. Especially once this is actually going, it's going to start sucking energy like crazy. Alright, so we have a powered furnace. It's cooking two things at once, eating the energy out of our stuff. But it's still not automated. I have to manually take stuff out of the crusher and into the furnace, and that's no fun. That's not modded Minecraft. Nobody does anything by hand. So I'm going to need a way to transfer the items out of the crusher and into the powered furnace. Ideally out of the powered furnace as well, but I have to do that one a little bit later. Well, if I was thinking ahead, I would have had this all set up so I could have just used a hopper and made things easy. But I didn't, so I'm going to use the transfer nodes and pipes from Extra Utilities 2, because they're pretty cheap. Not too hard to make. Just make some transfer pipes here. I need some redstone for it. But it's not bad. You get 64 of them, you get quite a bit. We also need transfer nodes in order to move the items around, at least for the item ones. They also have ones for fluids. So I'm just going to plop one of those. It's convenient that I made this. right there like that. That's annoying. Now it's going to suck the items out and put them into here. To test this, well, I don't know, we'll take some more black quartz ore, crush it down, and hopefully it disappears and the furnace starts. It's actually, it seems like that's the perfect speed. Could be a little bit quicker, but these transfer nodes are great for short distances. For long distances, they get a little funky because I think it actually checks every space around the pipe to figure out what it can do. Every time you send an item through, it goes and checks along the whole pipe. But there's really only one place to check right now, so it's pretty quick. I make it slower by accidentally doing that. But there we go. Now I just need to get items from a chest into the crusher and out of the furnace into a different chest. But it's basically the same setup. I'm going to put a standard chest down with transfer node, a pipe. Another chest down, that might be in the way, but that's okay. Transfer node coming out of there, and a pipe coming on down. You can see that the node already had items in it. Didn't know it can connect to the power cell, but that's okay. It can't take any items anyway. So there we go. It's a monstrosity looking way to do it, but it's done. I can just take whatever sort of junk I mine. And it will crush it. And cook it. And dump it in a chest. That is until I run out of power. Which, as you can tell, it is not even remotely staying the same and is going down at a decent pace. So I'm going to need some different power generation. So while I was thinking of what energy generation to go with, apparently I ran out. I ran into an issue that I'm sure you've seen coming. I've seen it coming. And it already happened. The whatever this is, lithium ore can be crushed, and this is going to take it, but powered furnace doesn't want anything to do with it. So I got a bunch of dust that I guess is just used as dust. Ah, well, no, it looks like you can cook it into ingots, but the powered furnace does not want anything to do with it. Oh, that's a cool looking. So this actually does happen quite a bit, a lot of things. And that means that now once this gets in here, it's got no place to go because this doesn't have any place to go. Now, of course, I could have another transfer node coming out of it and going into this chest. Actually, you know what? Let's try that. Let's see if that works. It might not work because it might take too long. Guess I didn't actually need that, did I? I don't think it can go inside the coal generator, so that's not an issue. I don't know, this is a learning for me. Let's see what happens here. Can't go in there. So the only thing I'm worried about is it pulling dust when it doesn't need to. I guess it works because of the way the funky, see how it's checking each block along the path until it finds a place to put it? So it looks like it does work. It is fine. I didn't know if it would. Guess it makes sense. So there we go, fix that issue. I think. Need to put something that can actually be. Let's put the osmium in front. Or it'll skip the osmium and go right to the black quartz ore, but that works. Yeah, because that's right next to it, so it should immediately just plop it in there if it can. And if it can't, then it keeps searching for another one, which happens to be this chest. Problem solved then. Still about to run out of energy. So I guess I'm going to have to solve that issue in a little bit. Oh, we're out. Well, that's pretty much it for a nice opening episode, I guess. We've got some more doubling. It's not a very good window to look out of. Got some more doubling, a house. Basically skipped the whole beginning of the game because I figured most people don't want to see that. That's the most boring part, is mining all the stuff. Next episode, I will look at some power generation, probably maybe starting the Mystic Agriculture, or whatever it's called now. I think that's it. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to let me know, because it takes quite a bit longer than these videos I normally make, because those ones don't really require a lot of editing. And so if you like it, then I will focus more of my attention on this, try and get these done somewhat reasonable pace. I wouldn't expect weekly, but you never know. So if you like it, be sure and let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.